many people remember getting in their car, gathering up their friends, and going cruising? Man, I remember it, and I wish we had it back. Yeah, believe it. One time, at one time, everybody used to get in their cars, all their friends, and they would just cruise. That is just getting in your car and driving around everywhere and having fun in the car. I mean, you would make stops, you would stop and get something to eat, but primarily your evening revolved about being in that car and going to different places in town. Nobody does that anymore. I remember the time that it stopped in the town that I live near. We used to cruise all the time, and then by the mid early 90s, they started putting the brakes to it. They started stopping people from doing it. I guess a lot of people started complaining. I guess your Karens and stuff like that started complaining that it was too much traffic on the road. There was too much stuff going on. I very fondly remember cruising and how much fun it was. I would go out every Friday or Saturday night, just about. If it wasn't a Friday, it would be a Saturday. If it wasn't Saturday, it would be Friday, and usually both days. I'd wash my car, I'd get my friends together, and we would go out cruising. There are so many experiences that I had, that we had doing that, that my son will not even experience now. I can't even get my son to get his driver's license. He has no will to do it. He doesn't want it. And I don't know why, because I was excited. I remember having the driver's manual, looking at it to get my permit, and then going to get my license and doing the driver's test and passing. And that day, coming back, getting in the car, and taking off. I know I worried my parents to death about that. But it was back in the time when there were no cell phones. You kept track with your parent. You kept in touch with your parents through payphones, which I don't think there's any around anymore. There may be one or two, but not anywhere near. And you would tell them what time, where you were, what time you were going to be home. That's the way I lived my life. I would call. My time to call was 11 o'clock. And I would tell them, hey, I'm not home, of course, and I will be home at this time. Now, 9 times out of 10, that's the time I would be home. The next time would be, hey, I will not be home until this time. Now, that time I would usually have to be home. There were a few times I spent um, out till dawn having fun, just a blast. But I guess today is a different day. It's a different uh, way of things. I don't think I could stand for my son to be out with his friends. It's just too dangerous. But I just wonder if anybody remembered cruising, having that kind of fun. And my phone keeps going off and it's pissing me off. But just wondered if anybody had cruised. It's a age thing. I don't even think my son would know what it was. But just wondering, thought I'd make a video about it. It's it was just something I was wondering. It's interesting part of history. I don't know if it'll ever come back around. I don't know if society would ever let it, or even if they would find the joy in it. It's a sad thing to lose, but you know, change is every day. I hope y'all have a good evening. Have a good one and be safe.